Hey guys, welcome to Konami Code NL. This is actually the third episode. The second episode never aired. The first one is on a secret hidden channel. You could actually find it by typing in Konami Code NL, and you'd find the first episode ever months ago. Kind of abandoned the project, and now it's back. So, let's get right down to brass tacks. So, if you're new to Konami Code NL, which I assume you are, this is going to be my little show about nerdy things, video games and beyond. So, all things nerdy, and you'll grow to love it. So, first things first, I attended the Pokemon Regionals trading card game thingy in Pleasanton, California, this past weekend on April 14th. And that was great. The experience was really cool. Like pre-regionals, there was like a whole bunch of vendors everywhere, and it was like a crazy dope-ass swap meet for nerds into Pokemon, who played the card game. There's people selling cards. There's people selling playmats, dice bags, like so many cool stuff. I bought myself a playmat, and I bought myself a new set of sleeves for my deck, and I had a lot of fun. I made top 32. Which is crazy because it was my second overall tournament ever, and it was my first major one. So to go that far, did not expect it. It was an awesome experience, and I had a lot of fun. So, hopefully, I will be able to go to nationals somewhere in like the north of the middle of not California, the north of the middle of the United States. I think it's like in Indianapolis or something like that. So, there's that. The second thing I want to talk about, video game news, Herald News Bar. If you are a gamer, which I assume that you are because you're subscribed to me, you're going to want to check out the trailer for Dishonored. Now, Dishonored looks wicked cool. It's like set in like this old-timey steampunk sort of thing. Setting, and you're this dude, right? And he's trapped. He's like taken captive, and he's got like this mark on his hand that like slows time and shit. And he's like super excellent knife guy. He does knife stuff and kills people and runs on roofs and stuff. And there's like these big steampunk machines, and it looks so cool. And it's made by the guys who made Skyrim and Fallout 3, so you know it's gonna be amazing. Like, really cool. So go check out that trailer. I will leave links down there for you to check it out. And then you'll tell me in the comments about how freaking awesome that thing looks. Next on my agenda, I'm gonna give you a couple things to read. I'm a comic book novice, but I'm reading a couple of comic books right now that are really cool and easy to get into. First off, I've been reading Uncanny X-Force at a snail's pace. I've only made past the second arc. The first story arc, though, I'll give you a brief synopsis if you're not reading it yet, because it's great. It's going to follow the X-Force, which is like kind of like an assassin version of X-Men. They are willing to go the extra step that the X-Men are not willing to go. So you're people in the Uncanny X-Force, you're going to see fan favorite Wolverine. So if you're really not into comics and you kind of need something to latch on to, Wolverine's there. He's going to be the first guy that you're going to recognize, and you're going to like him because he's Wolverine. He's badass. Secondly, there's Archangel, which is he was an X-Men, and then he was one of Apocalypse's 4 horsemen of terror and death and shit. And you know, everyone loves Archangel. You just got to. He's got steel wings, and they shoot steel stuff. And then there's Psylocke. Psylocke is kind of one of my favorites, even though I don't know much about her. I just like the idea. She's like a psychic. She can make like kinetic energy, like swords and shit, and she's a ninja. So that's awesome. And then there's another one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, Deadpool. Deadpool, you know, he's an assassin, he uses swords, he's a ninja, he's got guns. He's got the ability to break the fourth wall, which is always cool. He's snarky and has a remark for everything and a bit annoying to everyone around him, which makes him really fun to read. If you're not unfamiliar with Deadpool, do yourself a favor, do your homework. Now, the last member of the Uncanny X-Force is someone I didn't know at all. I've never recognized the name or the person or anything. It's a guy named Phantom X, and Phantom X is like this French thief, but he's like a good dude deep down. He just likes to steal, I guess. And he shoots guns, and he's got two brains, and one of his things that he can do is cause a misdirection, where he can kind of make you see something else, and then you're like, oh shit, I just got fooled. It's really cool, and I'm really dumbing all this stuff down, so you gotta have to check it out to read it. The first story arc is about Apocalypse, and not Apocalypse, but the possible reincarnation of Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a bad dude. He's a bad mutant. He wants to run the universe, and only problem is he comes back as a little kid. So you're gonna have to read to find out what happens and how they deal with that. But I gotta say, it really got me hooked. It actually comes on a hardcover of the first story arc, so you can get the hardcover. And if you just want to read that really quickly, it's you'll blow right through it. Second thing I want to mention for something to read is going to be Avengers vs. X-Men, which is it's huge, huge. They had a pre-release for it at my comic shop. It was awesome. There was people dressed up, and it was crazy cool. Some dude had his mom make food, and he brought soda, but it was warm. But everything else was really dope. So, the whole premise behind that is there's a mutant messiah, and Phoenix is coming back. Phoenix, Jean Grey, killed herself or something, and got to get rid of Phoenix. It went away, and now it's coming back. The Avengers want to take the girl who they believe that Phoenix is going to go for, and they want to take her and put her into captivity. Not captivity, but kind of captivity. So they want to make sure everyone stays safe. The Phoenix is coming to Earth, and that's a problem. So Captain America goes to Scott Summers' Cyclops, and Cyclops does not want to make that happen. He doesn't like the Phoenix. It killed his wife, but he thinks that it could be controlled in this new girl, and he believes that she has the power to do it. Now, and he thinks that it could restore, the balance between mutants and everything, and mutants could be awesome and great. Cyclops is sounding kind of sketch. The Avengers are making a lot of sense so far in the first episode. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on that, so when the next issue comes out, I'll be reading it, and I'll let you know how that turns out as well. Now, that's my beautiful segue into the music section of the show. Every show, I'm going to try and give you a little taste of some music that you may like. And the first episode, it revolves around a nerd rap, and so will this one. This one is an album from YTCracker, and it's an album called Nerdrap Entertainment System. And this album is 6 songs long. It's really short, but it's all sampled beats from Nintendo classic games. So it's awesome right off the bat. Right there, you're hooked. I know it. On top of that, YTCracker is actually really talented, and he's a good rapper, good writer, and all that stuff. Really easy to relate to, especially if you listen to the track Mega Nerd, which would be my favorite off the album. You'll know that, he represents the nerds. It's crazy. He's an actual real hacker, cracker, cracker, bad hacker. I don't know. Okay, so he's, when he was younger. He has a case file that's this big. He like hacked NASA and shit. It's awesome. So he raps now, and this is definitely the gateway album if you want to check out more. He's kind of like the pioneer of nerdcore hip hop. And so just go ahead, go to his website and download it. It's free. Now there's no excuse for you not to check it out. 8-bit beats, and it's free. What more could you ask for? Well, so the last thing you could ask for is for me to plug the podcast that I'm a part of. It's called 2.5 Gamers. Why is it called that? Because there's two guys that play games, and there's me, and I'm short-ish. I'm not even mad about the name. I think it's kind of funny. But it's a great podcast. You're going to find it on High and Fiber's channel. It's I'll leave links down there. It's a really successful show. It's not successful. It's a really awesome show with a lot of great content. I provide the comedic relief, as always, as I do so very well. And they provide super much knowledge that I don't possess. But I'm catching up. So check that out, and check out those comics. Avengers vs. X-Men, Uncanny X-Force, finger points. And check out YTCracker's album, Nerdrap Entertainment System. It's an old one, and he's released a lot of stuff since then, such as a whole album that uses Chrono Trigger beats. Yes. So go check him out. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. And that will do it for this episode of Konami Code NL. You are now a member of the Nerd Life World thing.